This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, Rabbi Glatstein, good morning. Just a brief point of analysis on Daf Samach Tes, and then we'll try to do Iyun Amud Aleph, because Monday night and Tuesday night this week I have drashas. It's a pretty busy week, so we'll do Amud Aleph today. We'll see when we could do Amud Beis. The subject is, the Mishnah says that a Kohen who's mezaneh with a Bas Yisrael, the Bas Yisrael cannot eat Truma. If she's pregnant, she cannot eat Truma. If she gives birth, she could eat Truma. Remember that? The Mishnah says on Daf Samach Tes that Kohen Shaba, Samach Tes, this is the second line on the top. Kohen Shaba Bas Yisrael lo yisoichal b'truma. Ibra lo yisoichal. Yalda toichal. Nimtza koichai shel ben gadol mishalav. So we see that just living with the woman does not allow her. Her becoming pregnant does not allow her. Her giving birth allows her to eat truma. So let's analyze that phenomenon. Why does the child allow the woman to eat truma? Is the pshat that this child is a kohen? So since the child is a kohen, therefore he could be machel the mother. The child is machel the mother. She eats through him. By the way, that's mashma in the Gemara earlier, because the Gemara earlier said that her nichse tzoyin barzel might not be able to eat truma because of the chelek of the ubar, and ubar b'mei zara zarhu. Remember, we had an idea that if a Yisraelis marries a kohen, then the child in her womb is a non-kohen. Not until the child is born does the child become a kohen, which seems to imply that she's eating through the koyach of the child. In other words, if the child's a kohen and he could eat truma, he could be meichel the mother. If the child's not a kohen and he can't eat truma, he can't be meichel the mother. So the question is, what's the koyach of the ben to be meichel the mother? Is it through his own koyach? Or we're going to see, l'chayra, it's like a different sad. If you look in the Rambam here, in Hilchos Trumos, Parak Vav, Halacha Yutes, Bas Yisrael shenises liYisrael, a Bas Yisrael that's married to Yisrael, Tchila, v'yesh lo mimeno ben, v'chazar v'nises l'koyen, oichel b'truma. Meis, in other words, a Bas Yisrael that's married to Yisrael, and they have a son, and then she goes and marries a kohen, she could eat truma. If the kohen dies, and she has a son from the kohen, oicheles mipnei b'no ha'achroin. Why? Shaharehu ma'achila k'may shehachila aviv. The son could be machal the mother the way the father was able to be machal the mother. Now, one way of reading that is the same way the wife of a kohen could eat truma, the mother of a kohen could eat truma. That the son is machal the mother. However, Reb Chaim Kanievsky offers a different shot in this Rambam. Because if you look in the Rashbam in Baba Basra, the Rashbam is found in Daf Kuf Mem Aleph. The Rashbam says a very interesting line. The Rashbam says, let's see if we can find it. The Kaimelon Hasam, here. Ve'enoi machal es imo Yisraelis, a ubar, will not be machal, his mother is Israel, who she became pregnant with the Kaimelon Hasam, Shoicheles B'Truma B'Shvil B'na Kohen, Ki'ilu Bala Kohen, as if her husband, who's a Kohen, Chai. Here, listen to this. That if a woman has a son, the son is Meichel Truma to the mother. Why? Ki'ilu bala kohen chai. What it does is, it renders it that the husband is still alive. She's still connected to the husband. It's not the pshat, the son is meichel from his own independent koyach. The pshat is, if the husband dies, but there's still a ben, so she's still sort of davuk and zakuk to that husband. She's still connected to that husband. Her attachment to that husband has not ceased. That's the lashon of the Rashbam. Not the pshat, the son who's a kohen, who's meichel to the mother. The pshat is when the son is alive, she's still attached to her husband. And by the way, the Reb Chaim Kanievsky says that's pshat in the Rambam. That's what the Rambam means over here. That hu ma'achila k'may sheha'achila aviv. I perhaps would have read it the same way the father could be Meichel, so a son could be Meichel. No, Reb Chaim reads it that the son is Meichel as if the father is still alive. That's what the Rambam means. So actually, there's a very interesting halachic ramification of this. That's that transcends just the laws of Teruma and so forth. There's a tshuva. This is quoted by Rabbi Yosef Engel in Golyonei Hashas. In Yevamos on Daf Peivav Amud Aleph, Peivav Amud Beis. It says like this: Iyun b'Shas Shivas Tashbeitz Chela Gimel Siman Kuf Ayin Tes De b'Makayma Sheyesh Kehilos Chalukos B'Takanois Seyem. Let's say in a kehila there are different takanos. There, some people eat gebroxt, some people don't. Then what does a woman do? A woman married a guy from a city. Some people in the city do A, some people do B. Or let's say she marries into a community. Some people daven nusach Ashkenaz, some people daven nusach Sfard. Then azai isha hanisis mekila zula acheres, a woman who marries from one kehila to another. If everyone in the kehila davens a certain way, so then everyone is bound by the kehila. But if there are different practices in this city, she's nigreres achar baila. A woman follows the customs of her husband, the ishtay kagufay. That's a very big chiddush, that a woman takes on the minhagim of her husband. But what if the husband dies? Let's say her father davened Sfard and her husband davened Ashkenaz, or vice versa, and then the husband dies. The meis habal. So then it depends. Im yesh lo mimenu zera. If she has kids, adayin dina kehila asay. She still follows his kehila. Ki heichi de zera Yisraelis mikayin machila betruma b'chai gavna. The same way that a isha Yisraelis who has children from a kohen could eat truma, so too a woman who is married to a guy and she has children from him would still adopt his customs. Says Rabbi Yosef Engel, what's the reason? The pshat is not the son is Michael her betruma, but tzarich loymar tamai. The afagav the ina isha keguf zara. There's no concept ishtoi keguf zara. The pshat is im kol zeh kivan de chazina. And since we see dim yesh lo zara mekayin, that if she has a son of mekayin adayin or chelas betruma, she could still eat truma. Ve'al korchach it has to be ina kavana shaben atzmoi mi pas heyois kayin machal. The pshat is not that the son, since he's a kohen, is machal b'truma gam esimai. Why? Here's the raya. Because a mamzer could be machal truma to a mother. Remember the case in the Mishnah? You have a woman who marries a kohen, and she has, let's say, a daughter, and the daughter married her brother, and they have a kid who's a mamzer who can't eat truma, and let's say they all die, her husband died, her daughter, everybody died except for the mamzerel. She's allowed to eat truma. The pshat is not the mamzer is Michael her b'truma. The pshat is when there is zera, she's still connected to the husband. So I feel mamzer machal aim imai b'truma k'mavur la'el samach tesam abeis ve'afal pishein mamzer oichel ve'al korcha chakavana dim yesh la zera mikayin. Mostly the kavan is if she has descendants from a kohen. Ayideza azayin chibur laim hayoisei emoisei kohen. She's still attached to that kohen va'oichelas v'imkein hachinami kiven sheyesh la zera mibala. Since she has descendants from her husband, adayin hu he keguf habal. She is still like the body of the husband. V'negreres adayin acharav kemoi shehi negreres acharav b'chayav. Okay, so that's just a chiddush. Perhaps you would have thought that the lumdus is not that she's still attached to the husband. You would think maybe the son is Michael. No, Rabbi Yosef Engel says that's not the pshat. The Rosh Yeshiva are dan that it could be there are two different dinim. They may both be true. There might be a concept of being attached to the husband. There might be a concept of the son being Michael. But for now, this is how Rabbi Yosef Engel learns the Tashbates, who extrapolates based on this halacha that this would apply to minhagei habal as well, that if there's a zera, she would continue to adopt his minhagim. Okay, that's what we got.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.